Hey, what's up guys, it's your boy BigMan777 and today we're gonna be doing a Valorant Agents tier list. Disclaimer, this is my opinion on what agents I think are good, or at least good in comp, but I'm not taking into consideration pro play at all because, well, when you play comp, it's not like people are gonna try imitate the pro play, but you're never gonna get that kind of standard of gameplay, you know? I mean, maybe in Radiant, but like, I'm currently Ascendant. Like, even then, like, the gameplay has been quite meh. Like, I've seen some games where people try to imitate, like, the double smokes and, you know, like the Viper and Harbor, but that shit don't work, you know? It just don't work because no one knows how to actually play it properly. So, starting with Breach. In my opinion, I think Breach is probably, I say C tier. Like, the character is good, but I don't see him in comp at all, if I'm being honest. People might pick him once, twice, hence why I put him in C tier. But realistically, I don't see Breach at all in comp. Brimstone, in my opinion, I think this guy can be A tier. Yeah, because obviously I've seen him being played a lot. In fact, I've played him myself a fair amount of times. His mollies, his smokes, his ult is actually pretty good. So I'll keep him up there. I mean, by the way, I might change this around at the end, depending on whether I feel like some stuff might be changed, because I feel like, to me, Brim is definitely A tier, but then again, he could also be S tier, you know? But for now, we'll leave him in A tier, because I like him a lot, but then again, when it comes to smokes, at least in my ranked games, in the Sunday/model lobbies and stuff, we get quite a lot of variety of smokes, so I'm gonna leave him for A tier for now. As opposed to Cipher, I'd say he's a solid B, I'd say. You see him on certain maps like, you know, Bind, Ascend. I mean, obviously Killjoy is better in those maps, but you see him on those maps, Haven as well, sometimes. So he's alright, you can still play the character, you can be good with it, and you should be fine. So I'll put him in B tier. Jet. Oh boy, oh fucking boy. Bro, Jet, Estia, man. There's no questions about it. In fact, I've recently started playing Jet myself, and I shit you know when I say this. Bro, this agent is busted. This agent is kinda busted, alright? Simply because the fact that you have a dash to literally like peek any angle you want, right? Wide swing and just dash away is insane. I've done that so many times recently with an AWP as well. And the fact that you can just get that killer escape is mental. Like I've been getting like 3 kills consistently rounds after rounds. And I've been getting the team the advantage. I've also been against people who've been smurfing from Radiant. They pick up a jet. I'm winning. I'm literally hard carrying my team on Raze, for example, as a Raze main, and they'll literally just buy an op. Like I win 6, 7 rounds in a row. They buy an op, pick up one of our teammates. It's gone. Like I can't do much against her. You know, there's no like counterplay. Even if there is counterplay, it doesn't work in rank as much because they can just repeat again, kill you, kill you, kill you, and they just get away with a lot. So I would say Jet's definitely S tier. Alrighty, when it comes to Omen, I reckon, again, as far as smoke skills, I think pretty standard. I put 8 here. You see him on Ascent. Sometimes people see him on Pearl, but honestly, don't pick him on a Pearl, man, it's pointless. Just don't pick it, it's a troll in my opinion, honestly. But you see him on Ascent, you can see him on Bind, Haven as well, because you know you can teleport across. It's pretty good. On Lotus as well, with all the fucking one-way stuff. Yeah, pretty good. Split as well. Don't forget Split, yeah. You know, especially tipping high ground and stuff. Omen can be pretty good. Phoenix, on the other hand, where should I put this guy? Phoenix is pretty good. I haven't seen it as much. I'll put him in beta. I think this guy can be played. Definitely can be played, can be viable. But then again, it's only on certain maps. And the other maps he's probably not as good. It's very map dependent, so I'd definitely put him on B tier, but I think he can be played. Raze. I think as far as this meta goes currently, with Bind, Haven, Split, Pearl, and Lotus, that's out, I believe. With those 5 maps that's currently in play, I can realistically see myself playing Raze on every single one of those maps. And recently I did play Raze on Pearl as well, and it felt pretty nice. Because you know most of the common angles, bro, I literally got an ace today and a 4K, and I got 3 of my kills for one of the aces were literally my utility. I got 2 with the nade, and then 1 with the bomber. It was crazy. So I think Raze is definitely S tier. But in terms of Jet, which one would I say is higher? I would definitely say Jet is higher in this S tier simply because this character is so fucking easy. At least Raze, it takes a bit more skill in terms of, using your satchel, making sure you readjust your cross placement. With Jet, you just keep your crosshair where it is. You just, press your updraft, your dash in, you're chilling, man. This agent is stupidly easy to play. I've been playing recently and I feel like, yeah, it's just crazy. I'm gonna have to start maining Jet, honestly. Sage. I think Sage is good. Again, I think I'm gonna put Sage in CT, honestly. Because besides Split and well, so far, I mean, Sage is kind of like almost seems like a must. It's not, it isn't, but it seems like a must pick on Split, at least for my comp games I've been playing. Been seeing on Pearl, on Haven as well. On Bind, I haven't seen her as much. It is viable. Actually, no. You know what? I'll bump Sage up to C a B tier. She's alright. You can play on multiple different maps. The Sova. Nah, I'm pretty sure people will say Sova should be S tier. But I'm gonna put it A tier. Because again, like I said, I have not in my comp games. I have not been like Ascendant slash Immortals. I have not been seeing Sova being played as much. Like a couple months back, this guy used to be locked instantly every single time, right? Everyone used to pick him, but now not as much. Viper obviously can be good on Pearl. I think all the smokes can go in A tier now. Personally, I feel like, but I would put it on B tier because whenever I play with a Viper in my team, I fucking despise it. Besides Pearl, literally besides Pearl, if Vipers picked on any other map, I absolutely hate it. To me, it's so hard to play against because people won't know their lineups, they won't know their smokes and everything, and then it's just like a random wall that people can hide behind, and then it's just shit show, man. It's a shit show, honestly. Reyna, this is an interesting agent, right? Because I have not played this agent much, but as far as comp goes, I've seen her being insta-locked a lot. So I would probably, but in terms of usefulness to the team, I'll bring it down to A tier. I would have put it S tier. I would have put it S tier. And by the way, as you may see, like as a duelist man myself, this seems a little biased, but if I'm being honest, as someone who doesn't play Reyna myself, I put it A tier. And plus, when I do get Reynas in my team, especially when they come in like the 1v X situation, they have their flashes, and they don't use that shit. It actually triggers me. Like if you have two flashes, you're in a 1v1 situation, you like double flash, get a free kill, or like flash and diffuse, get half flash again, diffuse, get half and do stuff like that, gives you the advantage, and they don't do such shit like that. It triggers me a lot. So I'm personally put Reyna 8 here because it doesn't bring much to the team. And then when Reyna players do pick Reyna in my comp games, they never actually play her right. Or at least it doesn't feel like they play her right. They always bait. They don't do the stuff. So as far as this goes, I put an 8 here. Nah, honestly, I put it up. Yeah, I put it C tier. I'm putting Reyna C tier, bro. I don't care because it's if anything, bro, Reyna is it's so dependent on a person and the way they play. Because if you can pop the fuck off, you're here. But if you're having the rough day, you might as well be down here, man. Because you bring no use to the team. You bring literally no use to the team. But I say overall, C tier. She's kind of like with Breach. Killjoy, S tier. I'm putting Killjoy S tier. Some maps, this character is just disgusting to play against. For example, Ascent, pretty disgusting to play against. For example, Pearl can be quite disgusting if the Killjoy plays it right. And recently, Fracture as well. Like Fracture especially, recently I played a game on Killjoy and I put my utility right, and bro, the amount of value I got this agent was incredible. Especially on CT side, it was incredible. And all that can take so much space. Yeah, Killjoy is definitely S tier. I think you can definitely main this agent and you can pop off. But the Viper as well, I feel like if you really learn Viper on loads of maps and get really good with communicate with the team properly, you should be fine. But otherwise, just for a normal rank ND, a casual rank ND, B tier should do the job. Alright, moving on to Skye. I think Skye is A tier. The only reason I'm not putting Skye S tier is because she hasn't been picked all the time in my comp games. There's obviously been a variety of times. Don't get me wrong, Skye is pretty good. The fact that you can heal, the fact that you can flash is pretty good. Okay, now this got me questioning actually. Am I doing this based on how often I see them in my games, or how often I think how good the character is? I'm doing a mixture of both. How often I've seen them in my games as well as how good they are. I think Skye is definitely A tier because if you really want to, if you have a good Skye, you can be S tier, but A tier because majority of the time people don't really play the agent right. It's fairly straightforward to play against as well, but A tier because on some maps I don't feel like she's that good, or at least people don't capitalize on her abilities, so I'll put her A tier. Yoru, Yoru, Yoru. This agent, if you want to be good with this agent, it can be there? Not really. I think it can be here, right? But personally, down here. The reason I put Yoru down D tier, because every time you play Yoru, right, you need to always think of outplays. Constantly think of outplays. You need to condition your enemies. Like for example, if you're playing on bind and you're going like towards B in hooker, you gotta make sure you're doing certain stuff every single round to condition your enemy, like your flasher and throwing your TPs and stuff. To where they think you're going to do a certain thing, like maybe flash and TP, you do the couple rounds straight, and next time you do a fake TP, and then you just kill them while they're turning around to, kill your TP and you kill them, and then you can do like different things to switch it up, but you need to constantly outplay. You may have like one game, so I've had some games where I've like popped off a Yoru, best player ever, and secondly, I play the second game, it's just right down here. Because there's no outplay, so you do is just flash and peek, flash and peek, flash and peek, and it's meh. It just is meh. Astra, I haven't seen Astra as much. And Astra can be strong, but as far as when it comes to comp games, I say B tier. Because this agent, again, just like not like every other agent, but this agent can be pretty good. If you have communication, great communication, like good Astra player, this agent goes straight up here. Like it can be really fucking good. As someone who knows how to play Astra, understand the game sense, and also communicate with the team, like I can suck here, or I can like pull there, I can like stun a sunspot, smoke for you, and everything. Can be really good. But ideally, I'd say she's B. She might even be a C, but I'd say she's a B. Because if you're good with the agent, you can go higher, but the skill gap it takes, much harder. So I would definitely, I'll put it over here. I'll put it over here. If anything, I'll put her higher on the B list because I feel like she's more valuable. She might even go A, but I don't think she's up here because I don't see her as many times in my games, especially when I'm playing Ascendants against Ascendant slash Immortals. KO on the other hand, I think KO is a solid B. I think KO is a solid B. His utility is really good, but again, you don't see the you see don't. It's just like it's kind of like Skye. You don't see the agent as much, Agent is really good. His ult is very powerful. His flashes are incredibly powerful, especially if done it right. This is one lineup on Fracture, I believe, near Dish. Like where you stand out on side and then you flash with someone over Dish, and it can literally flash the entire enemy. They can't turn away from it, all right? Because flash is like an instant pop, and it does not blind your teammates, like stuff like that. But then again, not many people learn all these lineups. You need a lot of lineups to be really good with KO. You can also just go and smoke, so right click flash, and do that. But then again, if you want to be fairly useful with this agent, you gotta try to help you set your team up. You know what I mean? Learn the knives. So much harder to learn, but definitely really good agent. So I put him in B tier. If anything, I'll put him higher than Astra because I think he might have more value than Astra, if I'm being honest. Because some of the knife, if you get in the right spot and the ult, like you just block people away. Alrighty, coming over to Chamber. Chamber, Chamber, Chamber. Now, I want to let you guys know, this is pre-nerf, by the way. Sorry. This is pre-buff. So Chamber is going to be getting buffed in the upcoming few patches, I think. Either the next patch or the patch after or something similar to that. Chamber is going to be getting buffed a little bit. I believe his op is going to be... It's going to speed up a bit more. His deagle, his deagle that he has, whatever it's called, his Q basically, it will pull out quicker when he like TPs and stuff. So the chamber might become a bit more better, but currently D tier. I hate this agent. I hate this agent simply because whenever I feel like I see people in my team play this agent, they are ass. They're absolutely ass. I never see them use their Q, bruv. Their Q, it already pulls out so quick. I've seen people have their ult, pull out their ult, get a kill, right? And then people push them. They'll pull out their ult. They'll like pull out their knife, run away, pull the ult again, cancel the ult, pull out the deagle. The deagle will come out, be ready to shoot, and then they will switch back to the ult, and they will just not use the deagle for whatever reason. So I just don't think people are good with chamber. If anything, there's only been one game where I had one player who's really good with chamber, his ability right, even after he got nerfed, because they were like a chamber one trick. Even though they got nerfed, they still did pretty well. But since then, I've never come across a chamber who's like half decent. They've all been pretty meh. So I'm gonna keep chamber dog. Plus, one more thing about chamber, I feel like there are times when I'm across the map on the opposite side, and if that enemy chamber's TP's away, on the mini map, for some reason, it will show where he TP's to. Like the image like pops up. It's kind of weird. I don't know if that's a bug it's meant to be, but it kind of shows where he TP's to. So, and it doesn't always happen. So that's a bit weird. So I'm putting this down D tier. When it comes to Neon, I think Neon is C. Uh, I would say C or B, but I'll put down C because this agent is kind of high skilled gap. Just like Yoru, I feel like Yoru is like unique console outplays, but it like I say, if you get really good with Yoru, you can go much higher up on the list. But otherwise, just for like a comp or whatever, just like for your team, obviously the ult you're gonna get some use in it. But put it down tier. Every time I get someone playing Yoru on my team, they've always been ass. When it comes to Neon, I feel like Neon can be really good, especially with this firewall and then just running in and dashing. Especially on maps like Pearl. Like this agent is so good. Not Pearl, wait, did I say Pearl? I mean Fracture, for example. Like the fact that you can like breach flash instantly and then just get the Neon to just run in, like double doors or whatever, and just like dash through and get a free kill. The timing can be really insane. And if you're good and if you're really aggressive with Neon, bro, the timing you can like really screw up with people's timing. You can get the kill, go straight into their spawn, and get another kill there. There's been a couple times where I've been caught up with like some really aggressive neons, and they can ruin your timing and they can really, really frag out. But one thing I will say you do need high skill in is a stun, because sometimes you'll chuck a stun somewhere. The first stun will land, a good stun. It will land where you want to land. The second stun will come straight back at you and hit you, and then it's like, what now? You're both stunned. It's pointless, right? So I feel like the skill gap does come in that, and also getting used to the movement in terms of b hopping across, as well as being able to dash or slide in the right direction when you take a selfie and knowing what dash you're gonna do whilst being able to track the stuff does take a bit of skill gap. The agent can be really good, but for now, in terms of what I've seen, I'll keep it down in C tier. Fade, fade, fade. I think fade can go up in. Uh, nah, I'll put fade down in B tier. The alt is pretty good. I feel like people nowadays still don't realize how good the alt is. That it literally deafens people, so they can't hear anything. So that once people are altered, right, you can literally just sprint down and they won't even hear you. The people that are altered, so you gotta. So it can be really good. But I feel like when I see people ranked, they will alt people. They will alt like the entire enemy team, and they will literally shift around. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? They're deaf and they can't hear you. You can literally just run. You know what I mean? So, but people don't really know how to play the agent. Overall, the agent's fine. The Prowler, the Reveal can be good. You need some lineups, but overall, the agent's alright. Harbor, Harbor, Harbor. If I see a Harbor in my game, it triggers me. I'm putting Harbor down in D tier. Now. I know you guys will be pissed because you will say, "Oh, Wiper's Estia, Harbor's Estia," because obviously the professionals they always run double smokes. It's pretty good. You know what? You may be right, but this is not about pro play, is it? This is about comp, and in comp, people don't know how to play these agents, especially when I myself pick, for example, a smoker, and I would literally lock a smoker, and then 30 seconds later, someone else would like instantly lock another smoker, and then they have two smokers, and they will not know what the fuck they're doing, or they'll just go around lurking 24/7, not use any of their ability to condition the enemy in whatever way. It's pointless. It's pointless. And when it comes to Harbor, yes, the wall can be good, but you gotta be good at using the wall. For example, if you're on Pearl, if you want to water wall A, right, you gotta make sure you get aiming control, come all the way to the far left, and then wall. That's when you place your wall to cover elbow, flowers, and secret, right? But instead, what I see people do, they'll get aiming control, and instead of crossing across in the far left cubby, they would stand like on the right side, and then they would try wall across sight to bloody elbow, art, or flowers or whatever, and then to secret, and then at that point you have to like go past your own water wall, right? You get slow, you get hit by the effect, then get side and everything. It's just mad. People don't know how to play the agent properly. It's shit. Honestly, it's shit. Gekko. I would put Gekko B tier. Again, Gekko can be good. I do like Gekko. His ult can be broken pretty quickly, especially if there's multiple enemies. The ult's gone in a second. Unless really close range, you can buy instantly, but even then, meh, meh, meh. It can be strong, it can be strong, but the flashes, I like the flashes, just like change person angles. But the biggest thing I like about is Wingman. The Wingman helping the Wingman to plant. Like I've used to play Gekko a lot on Pearl, I believe. And it was quite fun. I should like go B long. I should literally get my Gekko to plant for B long. I'll run behind my own wingman, right? And I'll throw a flash. So as the flash would go in, it will blind everyone. I will walk out, get info exactly where, and they'll kill them whilst my wingman goes a plant. So it's kind of like a 6% plant. So I should do that, get the bomb down. It used to be great, right? But when teams don't push with you, your teammates don't push with you when you play that aggressively, and they're too scared and stuff, it just doesn't work. I feel like playing Gekko, in my opinion, when I played, every time I had aggressive teammates, and I played quite aggressive myself as I do this main, when I WQ constantly, Gekko works perfectly every single time. But when I play slow, maybe that's just me, right? But whenever I play slow, it's a bit meh. But if our team are not scared to get side control and we do it properly, and then using Gekko can be really nice. And when I play Gekko, I always take his orbs, right? So I take his orbs, I get the bomb down, that's easy plants. And I play for kills, like my greedy ass, my aggressive ass always plays for kills. And then if I die as well, say I do one of each, get the bomb down, get the orb, that's 2 orbs right there. If I get a kill, that's 3, right? And then if I die, that's 4. So I've literally gone 4 orb out of the 7 or 8, I believe. I think it might be 7. I could be wrong, don't compare that. Might be 8 as well, or 7. Let's go with 7. Out of the 7, and in one round, you've literally got 4 orb there towards your ult. Like, how broken is that, you know? So it can be good, but then again, this flash is literally, I don't know if you guys know, it's 1 HP, right? It's not 1 HP, it's actually 20 HP, 20 health. So it's one shot with any weapon, literally any weapon in the game. Shoot at it once, it's broken. I'm not sure about the shotgun actually. Like the shotty that's 150, you know. At that range, I'm not sure, but literally you could pick any other weapon up. You could shoot it, literally one bullet, it will break. It will break, so. I would say Neon's the only one I would ideally want to change. I might I think I might put Neon up in my final thoughts might be B tier, you know, if I'm being honest. Because at this age, if you can get really good with it, it can be up here. Yoru is like a hit or miss. It can be, I would say Yoru's B as well, but majority of the time, it's a D for me. And by the way, I've made this tier list based on my experience in comp, in my in my standard slash immortal lobbies. And this is what I feel like how my teammates have been when they pick agents, as well as my agents that I've played myself as well, and I think how good they are. But anyways, I think this should do. This is my tier list. I hope you all enjoy watching my video. And if you like to see more content like this, let me know down in the comments below. Make sure you like and subscribe. And feel free to let me know if there's anything you guys would like to change on tier list or you would want to change. Or send me pictures of what you guys think. My socials should be down in the description as well. And yeah, I have like Twitch, Twitter, and all this kind of stuff, TikTok and stuff. I do post on them. So yeah, and also guys, I do stream on Twitch every single day at 3 p.m. Almost every single day at 3 p.m. GMT. So in England time or UK time. So feel free to come, stop by, say hi, you know, chill out, and yeah, I appreciate you all for watching. Thanks and goodbye.